So I wanted to discuss something that lately has really caught my attention sort of unexpectedly, and that is my thoughts on the PlayStation trophies. Now, from the very beginning, when trophies were introduced on the PlayStation platform, I was a big fan from the get-go. So I always liked the concept of having some kind of way to prove or some kind of way to really track your progress on video games. Like most of us growing up, video games were expensive. So when you had a video game, I always felt like I was obligated to at least complete the story. But with the introduction of trophies, besides just completing the story, you started to get these tangible rewards for different tasks that you can do in the video games. And then with that, you can now track your progress as well as gain more value from the games that you're playing. And especially if you're in a scenario where you don't buy games very often, trophies are a great way to extend the lifespan of the games that you play. So I was always intrigued by the concept of trophies. However, I was never able to platinum a video game. And by platinum, if you're not familiar, it's essentially when you've gained all the trophies for a certain game, you earn a coveted platinum trophy. Now, I did not get my first platinum until I bought a PlayStation 5. Now, I know that's pretty weird and bizarre, but my very first platinum trophy was Astro's Playroom, which is the pack-in title that comes with the PlayStation 5. I started to really enjoy that game, and the fact that it actually had a platinum, the game was more compact, and I felt like that game wasn't just a filler, easy type of indie game that you could just try to streamline and get a platinum trophy for. I felt like it was something genuine, released by PlayStation, and it went through the history of the PlayStation console. And with that, and the excitement of having a new console, that was actually my very first platinum trophy. Since then, I decided that I would go back and try to platinum certain games that I genuinely really enjoyed, and games that I had played and had tried in the past to really get as many trophies as possible. Because like I said, the concept of PlayStation trophies has always intrigued me for a very long time. However, some of the trophies are just monotonous tasks and random tasks that you really need a guide to really make sense of and be able to complete. And these things are a big time sink. Now, with me going to medical school, being in residency, also having a family, having kids, being married, it leaves very little time to spend on completing certain tasks. So usually what would happen is I would get really into a video game, I would enjoy it, I would use it as a way of interactive entertainment and media, and usually that would take precedence over something else, like watching a television show or watching a movie. I would rather play some kind of interactive media. I felt like I was actually accomplishing something by actually playing video games, and trophies were a great way for me to feel like I'm actually working towards some goal of completion. However, like I mentioned, a lot of the tasks are very monotonous, repetitive, and very time consuming. So usually I would play a game, and when I reached that point where I felt like the platinum trophy was unachievable for me because of time commitments and other responsibilities, I would just let the game go. But it wasn't until recently, I would say in the last few months, where I started to get into going back and completing some of the games and actually earning platinum trophies. I currently have 6 platinum trophies, which for me, being a longtime PlayStation fan, playing PlayStation since the PS1, I think for me, getting 6 platinum trophies right now is actually a pretty big deal. So I wanted to just go over some of the games that I think are worthwhile and are especially worthwhile for me to attain the platinum trophy. Definitely one of my favorite platinum trophies that I've attained is Ghost of Tsushima I played that game on the PlayStation 4. I played it again on the PlayStation 5. I even played some of the Iki Island DLC. And just recently, I finally went through after watching a few guides and I actually platinumed Ghost of Tsushima, and it was 100% worth it. Yes, of course, some of the tasks did feel monotonous, some of the collectibles were a little bit frustrating, but what I liked about this game in particular is that instead of 100% completing the entire open world, you are able to still get the platinum without actually grabbing all of the collectibles. Now, second, these two games are kind of a combo because they're very similar, and that's the Spider-Man games on PlayStation. There's the Spider-Man that came out originally on the PS4, I believe back in 2018, and then there's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, both of these are pretty similar in terms of their tasks required to platinum the game, and Spider-Man for the PS4, I wanted to platinum that back in 2018. I put a lot of time into it. I stopped. I picked it up again when I got the remastered for PlayStation 5. I then obtained a few more trophies and then stopped once more, and now I went back and finally finished it. So that platinum trophy essentially took me years to get. Now, Miles Morales for PlayStation 5, I picked that up at launch, and once again, it was in the trophy world. It's a very doable trophy, so again, I put a lot of time into it. I was able to get as many trophies as I thought I had time for, and then I let the game go. Now, because of the PlayStation Plus collection, I was able to download Miles Morales and actually finally put in the time to actually obtain the platinum trophy. Usually what I do is when I complete a video game and I feel like I'm not going to go back, I oftentimes sell video games. Some of the games that really mean something to me, I keep them, but a lot of them I end up selling because video games are expensive. And so that's the only way to sometimes maintain the hobby, is by buying and selling video games. Now, another platinum trophy that I obtained was the Telltale Batman video game, and that's actually a pretty simple trophy, a simple platinum trophy, because all you really have to do is play the video game. So that I had it because of a PlayStation Plus. I believe it offered it free one of the months on PlayStation Plus. I downloaded it many years ago, never got to play it. I heard that it was a pretty simple platinum trophy, and I was genuinely interested in it, so just playing that game, I was able to achieve the platinum trophy. Now, the other platinum trophy that I achieved not too long ago was The Order 1886. I played this game when it came out at launch. I tried to obtain as many trophies as I could at that time, and I think I made it to like 85% completion. After that, I let the game go, and I just recently picked it up after I started getting into obtaining platinum trophies. I decided that, you know what, I remember that I came really close to platinuming that game, but I just quit because of other responsibilities. So I went back and just platinumed that game. So I know this is pretty random, but I'm genuinely starting to really enjoy obtaining trophies, in particular platinuming games. However, I don't see myself being able to do this in the long term. There's plenty of great channels out there, and I do watch some videos about pre-planning my playthrough of certain games. So the next game that I'm thinking about platinuming, something that I always wanted to try out as well, is Sly Cooper. Now that the collection is also on the PS Plus membership, I'm thinking about playing that, and I heard it's not a terrible platinum trophy, so I may end up attempting to platinum that game. So let me know your thoughts down below about what do you think about platinum trophies. What do you think about trophy hunting in general? Do you think it's worthwhile? Do you think it's worth your time? Do you participate in this? And I would be very curious to know what other people around are doing when it comes to obtaining PlayStation trophies. Do you care? Do you not care? I used to never care. However, I did enjoy getting trophies, but now I've gotten this little itch of obtaining platinums, and now I judge games based off of how attainable the platinum trophy is. I don't know if that's going to ruin gaming for me, but for now, I'm enjoying the journey. So let me know your thoughts down below, and until next time.